Hi everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to talk about making your own MREs. An MRE stands for meal ready to eat. I make my own MREs for camping and hiking, and also to store food for later times if needed. If we don't have money for food to go to the supermarket, or something happens where it's difficult to get food. Now, when I spent my time living in the bush, although I sometimes lived off the land, most of the time I would stock up. When I came to a supermarket, I'd stock up on a month's worth of food and store it in, I'd separate it all into individual meals and store it in Ziploc bags. You can do that, that's fine, but with the air in the bags means that the food is moving about, and it often can get damaged if you've got loose food in there. And also because there's air in the bags, it doesn't last as long, and it's more likely to get damaged with water and stuff. So now, with my meals I make for camping and that, I use a vacuum sealer. Keeps the food fresher. It will last for, well, years, as long as air doesn't get into it. Some of the cheap plastic you can use in vacuum sealers does let in air very slowly over time, so you have to be careful. I like to buy the more expensive bags and plastic. But anyway, so today I'm going to show you some of the things that I put in my camping meals. Now remember, today we're making MREs, meals ready to eat, which means that you eat them cold as is, or at the very most, all you need to do is just pour some boiling water into the packet and eat. Of course you can do this, you can make vacuum sealed meals for cooking, but I don't tend to like cooking much when I'm on the road and in the bush. So I'll show you some of the items that I put in my bags. Now, I like to make a day's worth of meals at a time, which is basically 2 meals and some snacks. You can make individual meals, and it might be easier for you that way, but this is just the way I do it. Firstly, I choose my main meals, 2 meals a day, and that's bulky food. Things like 2-minute noodles. For breakfast, you could have a couple of sachets of porridge. With the noodles, let's see, I'm putting them in a Ziploc bag. One meal might be some noodles and a little can of tuna, or some noodles and one of these sachets of food. This one here is tuna as well. They pack up really nicely and easily in the bags. They're easy to vacuum seal. Another thing that goes well with noodles is, let's have a look what we've got here. Sachets of instant soup. Really easy. You just put this in your cooking pot, pour some boiling water over them, and with the noodles and whatever flavouring you've got, just wait a few minutes and you've got a meal. If you don't have a cook pot and you're using vacuum sealing, well then you can, if you're really careful, you can pour boiling water into the vacuum seal pouch that you've got. You open the pouch, pour some water in, and you've got your meal. That's if you've got individual meals. So anyway, so here's one meal, is the 2-minute noodles with some flavouring. The second meal will be my breakfast, which in this case I'll put a couple of sachets of oats in there. Look, if you don't like oatmeal, and you still like cereal, what I used to do is put say 4 Wheat Bix in a packet with a spoon of sugar and a couple of spoons of dried milk and some sultanas, and that was my breakfast. You can do all sorts of things. Other things that you can use for meals could be like these pre-cooked, let's see, well, I've got some more, pre-cooked pasta and rice. Now, the rice is often a little bit dry, so you can just add a spoon of water into that before you eat it. And you can eat these raw, cold, but if you want to heat them up, they're in tight plastic containers. You can pop them into your boiling water for a couple of minutes and warm them up before eating. It's all good. So, and they're really easy to vacuum seal in your bag of meals. Another thing that's really easy to cook is couscous. All you do is add some boiling water and some flavour, and a minute later that's ready to eat. I really like couscous. Let's see, there, you can buy it in sachets as well. Just add water. You don't even have to put this in a pot, just cut off the top, pour some water in, all good. And now, as for snacks, you could use nuts or jerky, maybe a chocolate bar. There's all sorts of things you can use as snacks. I really like nut and muesli bars, and they pack down really well. And remember, when you make your meals, like your day's meal, you can also add little sachets from takeaway shops of salt and pepper and maybe a napkin in there. And it's just a really neat way of carrying your food. I like to do it this way because I know how much food I've got. I'm not sort of looking around in my pack wondering if I've got some more food somewhere. So it just makes it really easy for planning your meals for the days. And once you've got them all ready, you just vacuum seal them and they'll last a long time. This one's got 2 meals in it. It's got some tuna and 2-minute noodles and a packet of whole grain rice in there, and there's a couple of muesli bars in there as well. See, it's a nice tight package that fits really well in your backpack. And look, honestly, doing your meals like this is so much cheaper than buying your ready-made freeze-dried meals that are made for camping and hiking. And you have a much greater range of foods to choose from. You can choose what you like to eat. You can add the flavourings that you like to add to them. You can make up your own flavourings. There's websites online where you can buy all sorts of herbs and spices and powdered things, powdered soup mixes, everything from powdered pumpkin to dried peas and everything. You can make your own soup sachets, and you can seal the individual sachets with your vacuum sealer. Basically, your imagination sets the limit. Okay, so that rounds up what I wanted to show you today, and I hope you got something from that. So really just go to the supermarket. I really like Aldi because they have more of a range of sachet type foods around here, because I'm in a country area. The supermarkets don't have a great range of stuff, but yeah, check them all out. Each supermarket will have different types of food, and have fun searching through and finding the sort of things that will suit you in your meal packs. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. I'm going to do a lot more basic prepping and survival videos now for beginners. So yeah, look back soon and see what else I've got. Bye.